So the question is, what do you guys still want to accomplish that you haven't yet? Any items still on the bucket list? I'm struggling with the question.
I think I
Having
want to do
kids
some
would be the easy one?
extremes. There's a few extreme sports that I really want to do before I get rickety. I definitely want to do some skydiving. And I probably, if I like it, would then want to do base jumping and just cut the plane out of it. But I think that's like it's got a super high mortality rate. But I do want to do skydiving for sure.
I think skydiving is a lot safer than base jumping, right?
I've got some base jumping is way more dangerous, I thought.
You guys are agreeing.
Yeah, that's what I said. Skydiving was safer. Yeah, base jumping, people
more
get
time to
up.
fix issues.
Yeah,
and for sure. And then they got some little ones like I definitely want to go to that sphere thing in Vegas. Like that's been on my list for a while now. I really want to go see. I want to take like maybe LSD or like ayahuasca, like something potent, and then I want to go into that sphere and watch something crazy. Like I want to see like Fantasia or like I've seen some of the shows they put on, and there's like mist, like real mist to go along with like misty like visuals.
Yeah.
And everybody's so hyped in there. It looks like a blast.
They have those like 4D movies where they have little like actual physical little effects.
Well, I know I think they do pyrotechnics sometimes, but they definitely do like this misty fog stuff.
That'd be cool. I didn't even think about going to see the sphere. Yeah, another one would be I want to go to Japan.
That's my last one. I'm sorry. That's a three that like popped to my head is like skydiving. I want to do that sphere thing, and I look at a cruise every year, and what I want to do is like a big cruise that I want to do the Alaskan cruise because I'm really interested in whales and the sea life, and I want to see like I want to see that. That's definitely on the list is an Alaskan cruise where like maybe you get on the boat at like San Diego or something, and you go all the way up and do this big loop and come back. Something
what about
like
those Scandinavian cruises? Do you see a lot of whales there?
I have no idea.
Countries.
I want to see
I
want to see big whales. Like I don't know if there's like a place to go to see big whales, but I want to see like sperm whales or something like that, like breaking out of the water and stuff.
Sperm whales are the coolest whale, but I think we've talked about that before.
Yeah,
blue whales would be sick as hell to see. Like the size of like 6 school buses. Imagine an animal that big. That's just bananas. And the biggest animal ever, as far as we know.
Yep.
Which is pretty sick that we get to coexist with that. I'd want to go to Japan, and I want to do a real comparison of their sushi versus ours, their Japanese food versus ours, and just like feast for a week or whatever, and just eat a ton of Japanese food. I know that most of them don't speak English, but also a little limit is like I would never go to Japan fat because they don't play about that. They would be mean. They'd make fun of me on the fucking train. They'd like, oh, I'm a big fat American. Like,
you just have to wait. They get fat too.
Yeah.
Have you seen the signs that they'll have at restaurants that say Japanese only?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I would go in with my fucking Mickey Rooney get up and just
little glasses.
Oh, yeah. No, I'd respect that. I'd be like, damn, someday I'll be Japanese.
I don't think so.
I'll grow
incredibly intolerant. You were telling me.
So what was yours? Going to Japan.
Going to Japan, having kids. I wonder where else I would want to go. Like Europe would be neat, but I don't even know how I would narrow down where in Europe I'd want to visit.
The
like,
fatherland.
Obviously, the older stuff in Italy and Greece would be very tight to see all those ruins and everything. Germany wouldn't be high on my list. Maybe I'm just too uncultured. I don't know what really huge sites I'd want to see there. What is there huge?
I mean,
you're thinking of Auschwitz, aren't you?
Well, that's in Poland.
That's in Poland. Yeah.
Well, I didn't know that.
I'm worrying that Taylor and I knew it immediately. Oh no, that's a Polish trip. We did that years ago.
I didn't know that. All right.
As soon as we saved up enough, we hit up Auschwitz.
Yeah, as soon as you said it wasn't in Germany, I thought it must be in Austria. Kyle, do you have any bucket list items you can think of?
I did them. The sphere, the skydiving, and the cruise.
Oh, you did.
And perhaps
Mine are all like vacations you could do in like for like $12,000.
Very achievable.
You can have 3 out in one foul swoop, you know.
Mine are not going to happen, and that's a tricky thing. So I've got 2 in my head. One, the Intercontinental Divide is this, like, I guess, watershed that goes from South America to Alaska. It's a 3,000-mile trail. It'd be pretty neat to ride my motorcycle across the Intercontinental Divide, like up through South America. No, up through like all of North America, Central America to Alaska. That'd be dope. But man, 3,000 miles, that feels like it's a good 5 or 6 weeks away from home. And I've done that before. It was pretty selfish at the time. Low key, I'm really glad I did it. But once is probably enough of those big asks to leave her alone. Those were so long. And
you almost need to do like that Chinese gambler did when he's off like playing 100 Millionaire Baccarat. He gives his wife like a little side hustle to do. She's playing like $50,000 hands of blackjack to keep her like you almost need to send her on her own vacation where she's doing a thing.
But then Colin's a thing too. It's really hard to pull off. And the other one I have in my head that I'd love to do but can't, I think, is sail around the world. I think that'd be super dope. It's just the kind of torture that I enjoy. And I think I'd wrap up that trip feeling like I accomplished something. But again, how does that happen in my world? Like I don't.
Would you have to buy a boat?
No, you could definitely go on somebody else's boat who's already doing the thing, and you pay with like a partial passage and take on responsibilities.
Kyle's right, but that's not the dream. The dream is to be the captain, to solo this fucking shit. Yeah, that's who I want to be. I'll figure it out.
Transatlantic, like because that's my dream. If I was going to do this thing,
everything. If he's going the whole world.
Yeah, transatlantic's another one. Like just go to the Italian Riviera.
Doing what you're describing.
Like, I'm okay with that. That's everyone else's problem.
Horn of Africa. I'm sure that's a friendly place, right?
Of death. It's irresponsible because I've got people I need to take care of. But it's like the only one who loses in my death is everyone else.
Well, and also because I'm the
only one without a problem.
you miss out on fun things. Potentially, you die.
You roll the dice. You do what you can.
Yeah, but you won't know you're missing out on them because you'll just cease to exist and all.
Yeah.
I would want to do that transatlantic thing, like the idea of sailing from, I don't know, Florida to maybe Gibraltar or something. Like go all the way into the Mediterranean or something like that would be wacky. But just going to England or going to Spain. Spain would be the one.
I've done that trip. I've gone from Florida through the Strait of Gibraltar, but on a big cruise ship. It wasn't like I earned it. It's not the same.
You weren't the captain.
I wasn't the captain. I wasn't the first mate. I was the guy.
I don't even want that responsibility. I like the idea of like paying to be like a quasi deckhand with privileges. And like, I want to be involved with the decisions, right? I want you to call me and be like, Kyle, we were thinking about trimming the sails a bit. What say you? Mayhaps. Gents. Like I'd like a little bit of that. I'd like that. Some role play will really sweeten the deal for me too. But I would like to make a historical voyage, like the idea of doing the original sort of
like retracing Columbus's steps.
Yeah,
or something.
Yeah. I don't want to start in the Caribbean or anything like that. Let's just leave from Florida, where there's plenty of folks like me, and I'll be happier that way. I can have some Orange Julius and then set sails. I don't have to start in an impoverished country.
Grab a little Annie Ann's. Pop out.
Annie Ann's, yeah. I would like that. But I don't. The idea of doing it like the hardcore way, like getting a $15,000 boat, like a solo boat, and being out there with that silver oxide stuff on your nose or whatever it's called, and it's like day 27. Didn't bring enough water. I'm gonna tell you that right now. The salinator broke on day 2.
I'd be like, day 3. God, I'm hot. Like,
I took my sunglasses last week, and the Glory Bear has not been merciful.
Dude, I love watching these videos on YouTube. People do it. They're like, I brought enough cookies to have one every day. It's day 4. We're out of cookies. Morale's low.
Dude, that would be so fun. I'm so sunburned. I'm just peeling. I'm laying on the deck, and I'm be like, I'm starving to death. I'm still overweight. Like, I'm wasting away. Still pulling my shirt down.
Did you,
in your fantasy, Woody, you would be the solo captain, like you would be alone.
Yes. Yeah. Because that's like part of the accomplishment.
What's your ideal boat size? Is it really small and primitive, or is it sort of medium with some luxuries?
I think it's a little in the middle. I'll call it 34 feet, something like that. Probably under 40. Once you get past 40, apparently they get to be a lot to sail, a lot to handle all by yourself. But when you get under 30, they get slow and they react a lot to the motion of the ocean. So somewhere in the mid to upper 30s.
Would you be nervous about like getting lonely over how long that took?
No.
I don't get lonely.
I mean, I do, but like, I don't know. I guess I like type 2 fun. You know, I like this thing that's kind of torturous now, but I look back on it as one of my life's accomplishments.
Yeah.
Imagine the stars out there, because when I've been in the middle of the Texas desert, I was blown away by how many you could see the Milky Way. Like you could see the rim of the galaxy.
That's sick.
You could see stars there were more stars than I knew there were to be seen. And I was thinking, and I've heard cosmologists and people, the YouTubers say this, but like, imagine what early man saw when he looked up there, when not only was there no air, light pollution, but there was no air pollution, probably much like cleaner atmosphere. They'd have seen so much every night. But it's crazy when you're out there. I bet in the ocean it's similar.
I've got a little experience with this, and you want, as you said, low light pollution, and the other thing is low humidity.
Ah, yeah, that makes sense too. Yeah.
So you wouldn't see as much on the ocean as you think? Nah,
Kyle's Texas experience will wall up the ocean experience.
It's very dry out there. I remember like it was that was beautiful. That was the nicest night sky I've ever seen, was out there on that ox ranch. We went outside and like to just like talk to somebody in private, and I was like, let's just stay out here. Fuck. Like it was better than TV. Plus they were in there watching that like Chris Kyle movie and crying.
I've had a lot of nights like that, and it's like I've seen the nebula or whatever it was I was seeing, like, you know, the puffy sort of cotton candy that's in this universe. It's like, this is fucking wild.
That's you looking into the disk of the galaxy, and that's the concentration of, because you're looking, we're in the disk and we're looking back into it. That's literally the galaxy and us looking into it.
I didn't know that.